everyone, and welcome to our webinar. I'm Casey Talley, Director of Team Member Relations, and we are so excited that you're with us. This is going to be more than just a webinar. It's a live interactive workshop designed to help you put the Trimslin Toolkit into action. We're also excited to have two very special guests joining us tonight, Crown Presidential Marcia Mathis and Diamond Presidential Ruby Celestine, who will be sharing their expertise and insights throughout the workshop. So with that being said, let's get started. Please help me welcome the president and co-founder of First Fitness Nutrition, Nigel Branson. Nigel, over to you.
Well, thank you very much, Casey. Hi, team. Tonight is going to be a very special presentation because we're actually going to get into action tonight. I want you to think about the introduction last week of the Trimslin Toolkit as being the car. And tonight, we're going to give you the keys to start the engine. And by the end of this webinar, you're going to know how to drive that car because success starts with activity. And so today we're going to show you who do you contact, what do you send, and how do you follow up. And before we get into the training, I want each and every one of you to understand this philosophy. And the philosophy is understanding the importance of timing. You know, when we launched Trimslin in 2023, in October of 2023, the GLP-1 medications were just starting to get popular. Well, now GLP-1 is pretty much a household name. Everyone understands what GLP-1 is. You don't have to educate people on it anymore. And it is so significant that there are over 250,000 new prescriptions per week. Now, why is that important to timing and opportunity? Because not everyone is having success on the injections. Not everyone wants to stay on the injections. Not everyone wants to even try the injections. So I want you to think about it from this standpoint. If there is 250,000 people per week getting a new prescription, what about the millions of people who are looking for a plant-based alternative? And we at First Fitness Nutrition not only have the world's first, it's patent pending, and it works faster than the injections, and you have that opportunity. Now, you, in order to be passionate and in order to start sharing the Trimslin success, you have to believe in the success of Trimslin. And that starts with your own personal use of the product. And so I'm a big fan. It doesn't matter what product it is. You have to believe in it. And when someone's talking about, I want to lose weight, I've got your solution. I've got Trimslin. That's the excitement and the passion. Success is going to start with activity. The tools do not build your business. It is the activity using the toolkit that builds your business. And so that's what we're going to be covering tonight. So the Trimslin Toolkit is a system of tools that is found in your back office that allow you to have one place for everything that you need to use to promote the Trimslin weight loss program. And it consists of your personal landing page. And then we've got all the tools that you can use, and there's a variety of them. So this is not a system that is built just for one person that likes social media. Whatever you're comfortable with, you're going to find tools that will suit your comfort level. And I'm here to say to you, it's also good to get out of your comfort zone from time to time. And then we're going to show you how to share that tool. So you're going to get a link, you're going to use a tool, and you're going to follow up. It's that simple. Now, this is your landing page. So what is a landing page? A landing page is going to be exclusive to Trimslin. So this is something that you as a team member have to go into the back office. You're going to get your landing page link. Now, your landing page, let's say, for example, that your First Fitness Nutrition website was demo.firstfitness.com. Your Trimslin landing page is going to be demo.firstfitness.com/Trimslin-program. Now, you don't even have to remember that because when you go into office to office and you click on marketing tools, it has your link already populated for you. So all you've got to do is copy it and use it in your promotional materials. But what it means is that I am not choosing to advertise or share a tool to my regular First Fitness Nutrition website. I could do that if I choose to, but I want to specifically target people who want to lose weight, who are looking for a plant-based alternative to GLP-1. That's when you're going to use the landing page. And when your customers and prospects get to that landing page, all they see and hear is Trimsolid. And the end result is we're trying to get them to buy a Trimsolid weight loss program. That's it. We're not trying to expose them to the entire product line at First Fitness Nutrition. So this is what your landing page looks like. It says lose weight without injections or prescriptions. It has the benefits. And you'll notice there that we are pushing the subscription because it is more beneficial from a price standpoint and from a benefit standpoint for a person needing to lose weight to get on the monthly subscription. And they're going to shop and save quite a lot of money. And then we have the benefits. In addition to that, there's a section there that talks about the difference. It shows the comparisons between the GLP-1 medications and Trimsolid. We even show how our comparative study outperforms the major GLP-1 medications with semaglutide and tirzepatide. And at the end of that presentation of your landing page, we're getting your prospects to make a commitment to start their 30-day weight loss program. So that's the landing page, a summary of it. Obviously, there's a lot more detail to it when you actually go to it, but this is an overview of what we're trying to do. Now, your Trimsolid toolkit is located in your back office. And when you log into the back office and you click on marketing tools, you will see Trimsolid toolkit. And when you get there, it's one product, it's one link, and it's one place for everything. And what it's got there, you'll notice right below the blue banner, view your toolkit overview. Click on that, a PDF comes and it tells you what it is. Then you can watch our launch video. So that's the launch video from last week. I highly recommend that you do that. And then it's got a 7-day quick start plan. Now, we're not going to go into too much detail with that, but that there is your daily success plan for promoting your business. And it's not just what you do for 7 days. Think of it as your daily activity on a daily basis and on a weekly basis. And what's unique about that 7-day quick start plan, it only requires about 15 to 20 minutes a day. So I want to ask you a question. If you're doing this on a part-time basis and you've got quite a hectic schedule, but you are looking to build a better life for yourself, can you afford 15 to 20 minutes a day? If you could dedicate 15 to 20 minutes a day, you're going to find out exactly what to do and how to promote and share the tools with that 7-day quick start guide. And then we've got a Trimsolid toolkit workbook that tells you exactly what to do. So we're going to give you an overview tonight. Like we said, we're going to start that engine and you're going to know how to drive this car. All right. But everything that you hear tonight is going to be reinforced in that workbook. Now, if success is driven by activity and you as a team member are on this webinar, I want you to take this away from it. What would happen if tomorrow morning, after attending this webinar this evening, that you got 5 of your team members and you all made a commitment to start promoting Trimsolid? And let's just say we started with 5 people and you had 5 team members make that commitment with you. That's 25 prospects per day would be exposed to what we have at Trimsolid. Do you think you're going to create sales? Do you think you're going to get VIP customers? Do you think you could potentially have new business builders? I think the answer is absolutely yes to that. So this is what your toolkit looks like. And then you'll see there is where you find your landing page link. And you can even preview the landing page. Now, later on in the presentation, you're going to see we have three new promotional videos. And then we've got the brand video, and that's on your First Fitness Nutrition website. And then we've got social media posts, and we've got what to write on your post. What do you say when someone responds to you? And then we've also got the before and after photographs. If you're a text message person, we've got text message campaigns. We've got a 5 series email campaign, and then we've got flyers and QR codes. But most importantly, at the bottom of that toolkit section, it starts by opening up that workbook. That workbook is key to your duplication. So that's your Trimsland toolkit. One product, one link, one place for everything. What I want to leave you with at the end of the presentation, get your link, share a tool, and follow up. And to help me do that presentation, I've been joined by Crown Presidential Marsha Mathis and Diamond Presidential Ruby Celestine, who are veterans in our company. They absolutely are awesome leaders worth following. Marsha, how are you doing?
Good. Thank you, Nigel. Good to be here with you and especially Ruby. Ruby was one of the first people I met. My mom she recruited me in First Fitness and she had won a 7-star resort vacation and I went with her. And Ruby was one of the first people I met along with Moses and Darlene, you, etc. So I'm excited to be on this call with you and with Ruby tonight. Thank you.
Oh, well, Marsha, I'm going to start off by asking you a question. When we introduced the Trimsland Toolkit last week, what was your mindset as far as how you're going to use this to build your business and to get your team engaged in it?
Well, the first thing I thought was how simple it was. And that's what you're doing with this toolkit. I mean, we all text, we all email, we all send messages through Messenger, direct message, etc. And not that you got to do all of that with this, but any of that you can do, First Fitness has actually provided those tools for us.
Ruby, welcome. Celebrating 36 years this October with First Fitness Nutrition. Thank you for your longevity, your loyalty. Ruby, you're no stranger to First Fitness. You've been around for many years. When you saw the Trimsland Toolkit being unveiled last week, what was your initial thoughts on how you were going to use it and how you were going to implement it with building your business?
Gosh, I really love it because it became dodo proof where we don't have to do all the work. It's all there for you, which makes it very simple. I myself, I just love the step by step that it provides for everyone. I mean, I just love it because it tells you exactly what to do and how to do it. And as you know, I am not technically oriented. However, this becomes dodo proof for me. I love it because it makes it simple for the new guy coming into the door right now, and we could teach them the step by step how to do this business. And at least they don't have to think about it. All they got to do is copy and paste. Copy and paste.
Ruby, just to interrupt you a second. You know what I appreciated and received as a compliment is we launched it last Tuesday, and on Wednesday morning you called me and you said, "This is awesome." And I don't know why I felt like this, but I felt like you were going to ask me to go over something or explain something that you maybe didn't understand, and you didn't. You said, "No, I'm just calling you to compliment you for the completeness of the system." And I said, "Well, how come you don't have any questions?" And you said to me, "Because it's in the what?"
It's in the book. It's in the back office for every single person. And
All
every
right.
one of us, if you could read, you can succeed.
I love that.
It's simple.
All right. Well, listen, I'm going to turn this segment over to you and Marsha, and I'm going to let you take it from here and share with the team your thoughts on what we're going to do this evening. Marsha, take it away.
Okay, thank you, and thank you, Ruby, for that.
Thank
So
you.
this does begin with activity, And I
Yes.
don't know if you guys can see it. I was talking to Ruby today, and I actually was wearing my overalls. And I started to change for this. And then I was like, no, you know what? I'm going to keep those overalls on because it represents work, right? Farmers work in overalls. And so I decided to keep my overalls on because it is all about activity. It is about work. And since Nigel introduced this last Tuesday, I have taken the one of the videos and I have text that, and we're going to talk about our list and that kind of thing. But I have text that to and sent that to over 50 people. So all he's asking us to do is 5 a day, right? 5 a day. So that's 10 a day, basically is what I decided to do. And that's my goal every day is to send out 10. And so it does take activity. And you don't have to use every tool in the toolkit,
No, you
just
don't.
the tools that you are familiar with or that you like. There's direct messages, there's videos, etc. And you just choose what you like and what you want to send. Ruby, you got anything you want to add to that?
Well, Marcia, that's a very good point that you're bringing out. But it's really simple, and all we have to do is decide what our daily method of operation is going to be. Marcia, you're going to do 10 a day. I'm going to do the same. And from there on, you could increase or decrease. It all depends how it's working for you or how do you feel or your time. But you got to do a daily method of operation. I myself, I decided on 10 and I started doing the 10 and I started getting some activity from it. So it's telling me that it's working. And as we move along, we're going to get better. Every one of us is going to get better. We just got to get started.
Amen. Amen. So the first step that I did and that we all need to do is we need to build our list, right?
Yes.
We need to
Yes.
decide. We've heard this before with First Fitness Training, but the same is true with this. We need to build our list. So who do you know that wants to lose weight? I looked at some people who had been customers.
Mhm.
They know our products work, right? But they
Yes.
haven't, maybe they do the Renew, they try the Renew, they like the Renew, but they haven't tried the Trimsolid. So we have to build our list. What are you looking at, Ruby, as far as building your list?
I'm doing the same with old customers as well as people that I meet on the go. And when I say on the go, I may go to Staples, I may go to the store to buy some groceries. I meet people no matter where they are. They're all over the place. Okay. So we can talk. And as we talk, the key is to follow through. And when you follow through with that video or a conversation, major difference. Things will start to happen for all of us.
Right.
Let's
So
do
who
it.
do we, yeah. Who do we know that wants to lose weight? Who do we know that may be interested in this, et cetera? We need to make our list.
Marsha, I think one of the things that when you're making your list, it's not just people who are on the GLP-1 injections, although I would be thinking before you start building this list, who do you know that wants to lose weight? Who do you know that was on the injections, had side effects, had to get off them? Who do you know that's on the injections and frustrated? Who do you know that's looking for a natural alternative? What about the people that have struggled to lose weight? This is a perfect opportunity. So, like Marsha said, what we want to do tonight is we want you to get an active list. We want you to put people down on your list. This is very significant because Ruby and Marsha are then going to show you what to do with that list. All right, Marsha, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay, awesome. So we made our list. We got our list. Now what we want you to do is we want you to pick your top 5. Okay, remember Nigel's only asking us to send out 5 of these a day. So who are your top 5? Who most needs the product? Who most likely is to purchase a Trimsolid? So pick your top 5.
Top 5. Right?
And Marsha, another thing is when you're taking your top 5, you know what I like to say, and it's on the slide here, if you were to text someone tonight, who is more than likely to respond to you? That's who your top 5 needs to be.
Yes.
You know, it's no different than when you're inviting people to take a look at joining you in the business. Who are the people that know, like, and trust you? And I'm going to use that with product. Who are the people most likely to respond to you? Who needs Trimsolin right now? Who could you call and send that tool to? And who would respond to you? Even more importantly, if you send them a text now, that's who should be on your top 5. All right, here we go, Marsha.
And then the next thing that we want to do is choose your tool. What tool do you want to use in your toolkit? I sent out 50 videos, and the first one I did is I like that cartoon one. I thought that was cute. It was different. It was kind of light, you know, et cetera. So that's the first one I chose. Choose the tool that you want to send. Oh, we've got 4 really, and I like the doctor one too. And of course, as Nigel said, there's the regular Trimsolin video that we can share. Ruby, anything you want to add to that?
Well, what I love is that it's already made for us. You don't have to think about it. And you just choose what relates to that person. I mean, if you know the person, you know what they will most likely like. Like a lot of the people that I sent it to, I knew that the doctor would appeal to them. So that's what I sent. And then, of course, the follow up.
And how did you know what text to send? Where did you find that?
Oh, right in the workbook. Everything is in the workbook. That's the beauty about this. You don't have to think about it. Everything is there for us.
So, Ruby, let me ask you a question. Are you telling me that if I want to send a video, you can't just send the video? You've got to send a message with the video.
Correct.
Where do I find that message, Ruby?
The message is right in the workbook. Like I said, it's dodo proof, guys.
So what we're going to do, Marsha, is show our team the videos. Because these videos are less than a minute, let me show them to you quickly. Here we go.
We were told weight loss required a prescription, a needle, and several $100s a month. But what if the answer wasn't an injection? What if the answer was already inside you? Meet Trimsolin, the world's first plant-based GLP-1 weight loss program. No doctors, no injections, just 3 powerful botanical formulas designed to support your body's natural GLP-1 activity. It's a complete program featuring control to crush cravings, thermo to ignite fat burning, and renew for total gut health. Backed by a comparative study revealing accelerated weight loss versus leading GLP-1 medications. Get the complete Trimsolin weight loss program today, backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. Trimsolin. Lose the weight without the needle.
It's awesome. It is. All right, so that's the first of our new videos. Here's the next one.
Your body already knows how to manage hunger. It just needs the right signal. Appetite, insulin, satiety. 3 signals, 1 system. When that system breaks down, the body stores instead of burns. Hunger grows louder, control fades. Plants have been activating these pathways for centuries. Trimsolin is a plant-based GLP-1 activator formulated to help your body do what it was designed to do. 3 formulas, 1 system, no prescription required. Trimsolin, feed the signal.
Awesome. And here is the third of our new videos.
I may be wrong, but if you've been circling GLP-1s, wanting the control but dreading the risks, keep watching. Most women push past that hesitation and inject anyway. Soon they quietly wonder what they actually agreed to. You're the kind of woman who's always known there's a smarter path. Right now, you can feel that settling in. I've watched women I love believe GLP-1s were the only answer to lose weight. It was never true. Your body already makes GLP-1s. A healthy plant-based way to activate them exists for the woman done trading her peace for her progress. Whatever didn't work before, forgive yourself now. It wasn't weakness. It was the old contract. You were never the problem. Your body was never the enemy. You already know what you want. Comment control, and I'll send over the details.
So, Ruby, what do you send when you're sending that video?
Well, what I do is I go to the workbook and I redirect myself to the workbook and get a lot of the verbiage from the workbook. But at the same time, you know, one of the key things we got to remember is we can't be just sending out videos and don't follow through with it. Is I heard a saying today saying you cannot post and pray that it's going to work. We got to follow through. Okay. So does that make sense?
It does. If I can add this element to this section of the training. You know, people, I think in general, like to take the path of least resistance, right?
Yes.
So it's very easy. Just go into the workbook, get a text message and send a video.
Correct.
And there's nothing wrong doing that. But what if you made a little bit extra effort? Remember, this is your top 5 list that we're talking to, right? Do you know what would happen if you called that person?
Yes.
And you said, listen, I've got something. I've been thinking about you. I'm going to send you a quick video. Please watch it. You can send these videos many ways. If you're using the Office Power Mobile app, as soon as your prospect hits play, you're getting notification that they're watching it and when it's finished. So that's how Ruby and Marsha are going to tell you to follow up. But my point is this: you will have more success, especially with your top 5, if you put that little extra effort in to make that phone call. That's my opinion. What do you think, Ruby?
I totally agree. You know, I'm a phone person. I totally agree. If you are excited and just say, listen, you got to see this thing. I'm sending it to you right now. Bingo. That makes a major difference. To me, it makes a sale rather than I'm not interested. Because you're excited and they pick up on that. They hear your voice in comparison to just posting something and they don't know how you feel about it. You know, when they hear you on the phone and you are so excited, they know they got to watch it.
Yeah. And you know, Marsha, so we're going through basically from the top down to the bottom on the Trimslin Toolkit. And the first segment, obviously, is the videos. The next section is social media. Now, this is where a lot of people will maybe turn off because they're thinking, well, I'm not active on social media, but it's images placed within the social media section. So can you explain to us, Marsha, this is another tool that you can use to send out to your prospects. How do you use this?
So, great question. I just want to regress a second. I think it's very important. People love to hear their name. Okay. So when we send our text, make sure you put the person's name in there. You know, that's what I did. I love these images too. So it's not just about videos. It's not just social media. It's, you know, we all text, we all email, we all send messages, etc. And these are awesome. I downloaded all of them. These are awesome, I think, images that we could text. It's real simple. It's not, you know, having to send a video, if you will. And again, the messages, where are the messages that we send, Ruby?
Right in the workbook.
Right in the workbook. That's right.
That's right.
So, Marsha, what do you, when you're sending an image, so I want the team to think about this. Can you explain, Marsha, the curiosity process, the problem? Explain what that is to the team so they just understand. This is what you pick one of these and you send it with the post.
Yeah, and what I did when I sent them, I said I'd like to know what you think of the video, what you saw, what most impressed you, etc. That was also part of my follow-up. I asked them, did you watch the video and what was it that most resonated with you? What did you like? And just kind of kept it light and no hard pressure. And one thing I do want to mention, Nigel, is that, you know, we all have a fear of a rejection, right? Nobody likes to be rejected. But you need to know up front, you're going to be rejected. People are not going to watch the video. I have one lady that she didn't buy the Trimslin, but she bought Renew. So, hey, praise God, right? She bought Renew. She bought 3 bottles of Renew. And then another lady said, please take me off your list. So I felt that rejection, but you know what? That's one less person I got to reach out to.
That's right.
So I think it's to be personal, be yourself, be real, you know. I'm kind of folksy. South Georgia, North Florida. So I'm kind of folksy, and that's just my style. And so that's how I send it out. But again, everything is right there in the, as Ruby said, workbook for us to what to say, and then how to follow up as well.
Marcia, let me ask you a question. Who did you send those 50 videos to?
So I chose to send them to, well, first of all, I had distributors ordering maybe a little bit of product here and there, and they haven't seen the great new stuff that First Fitness has introduced. So I first sent it to them just to say, look at these great new marketing tools that, that First Fitness has come out with. After I sent it all to them, then I chose customers. I got a list of my customers that had used the products. They know our products work, right? But maybe they haven't tried the Trimsolin yet, because that's one of the things I want to find out if they have tried it. But I sent it out to them. Those were my first 50 people that I sent it out to, Nigel.
All right. Now you've sent out, and obviously you must have just done that in the last few days, because we've only had this out a week. So
I did it since you introduced it. That's right.
All right. So what follow-up have you done, if any, at this stage, right, with those 50 people? Because would I be correct in assuming you didn't call those 50 people to send them? You've just selected a text, or did you do a combination of both?
I haven't called them yet, but I agree with you and with Ruby. I think, talking to people is so important. And so that's kind of my next steps. I sent a text and just ask them, okay, here's one. Hey, Sharon, did anything in that Trimsolin video catch your eye? I asked because most people have one thing that really resonates. Curious what yours was. And then I sent them a link to my landing page.
Landing, right.
All right, Ruby, we've heard the fortunes in the follow-up. Talk to us about that element of the prospecting here with the toolkit.
Well, according to what I've been doing, the follow-up is really where you could cash in. That's where you really make the money, or at least you know whether they are interested or not. I love the follow-up because I get so many things on email every single day, and the social media, and you name it. It doesn't mean anything to me. No one follows up. And I know that when it comes to people, when they feel you, is a whole different story. Like, I got 2 sales right now from what I did, and I didn't do that many, but it was through the follow-up. No one called me. No one said that they were interested. No one texted me. You will never get me by texting. You will never get me by social media. Okay. I got to talk to you. I got to feel you, find out who you all about. If I don't get that, so I just assume that most people like me. And that's my assumption. And I may be wrong, but so far it has worked.
All right. And you'll see here on the slide that we're showing, it says within 24 hours.
Right.
What is the magic? I mean, you've sent out a video, you sent out an email, you've sent out a text, whatever it is. What's the magic within the 24 hours? Why the 24 hours, Ruby?
Because you don't want them to forget you. You want to follow up as soon as possible.
Right.
And I mean, if you have the app, is even better, because that's alerting you when they follow up. And even though if the app doesn't alert me, I still call them just to remind them, hey, listen, did you see the video?
All right. So you're calling within 20, you're asking a question. Did you see the video? Yes, I did. Now what would you say?
How do you feel about what you saw?
Well, I like it.
They're going to tell me.
All right. Is this the same as GLP-1 medications?
I don't know about that. All I know is that this works. And that's
Right.
always what I use.
But that's what people are going to be asking. And where will I find the responses, Ruby, to
The response is
those?
right in the workbook.
That's what I was trying to get at. You don't even have to think about it, because it tells you how much does it cost? Is it safe? Everything that you need. The fortune is in the follow-up. All right, ladies, closing thoughts on what we are teaching here tonight.
The Bible says, don't despise the small beginnings. And this may seem like small beginnings, and it is small beginnings, but I think that it's going to be seeds that are going into the ground,
Yep.
that are going to be watered and nurtured by our follow-up, and eventually it's going to lead into even greater things for us.
All right, awesome. Ruby?
I agree. What I do know is that a lot of times you even have to follow up even more than once, because a lot of times they haven't seen the video yet. So now, or whatever you sent them, now you got to follow through again, and you just got to keep on following up until they buy or they tell you don't bother me no more.
Yeah, I agree. Well, ladies, thank you. You're awesome, and you are leaders worth following. The tools are built, the system is in place, and the opportunity is for real. It doesn't matter what product it is. You've joined First Fitness. Something got your attention. Some product moved you. The opportunity moved you. Whether you are prospecting or building your list for someone to use the products or someone to build a business, here's what I want to bring home the message. The vast majority of people that start in our business don't have a team. They have no one. They are just getting started. And so, yes, it is small beginnings, because we understand that what do you got to do? Well, first you've got to get people to like the product. Now you're going to have people say, well, what about the business opportunity? Do you know what? The business opportunity takes care of itself when people fall in love with the products, because the business opportunity says that I am joining this company and I want to make money, and in order to make money, I've got to put forth the activity.
Yeah.
Going back to the toolkit. So the tools are built. My challenge to you is not to leave this webinar and say, Marsha was great, Ruby was great, that was a great webinar. Listen, we hope you say all of that and more. But here's what we want you to do. We want you to start the engine and drive that car. And I'm going to take the challenge even further. I'm going to say, this is so simple. We didn't cover emails on purpose. You know why? All we want to do tonight is get you in motion right now. And here's something that is very important. The GLP-1 medications, specifically the makers of Ozempic and Wegovy, they spend an average of $500 to $700 million a year pushing those ads into your living room through TV or through social media. Think about how much. It's a numbers game. So I want you to embrace the mindset that success takes time, but there is no success if there's no activity. And I hope that through our delivery this evening that you can see you got 3 passionate, purpose-driven people that want to make a difference in other people's lives in a very positive way. And if that is with our products, that's awesome. If it's with the opportunity or both, that's even better. So please leave this webinar by taking that list, get with your teams if you have a team, and start sending out a tool. Get your link, share a tool, and follow up. It's that simple. Ladies, thank you for joining me. Team, I appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you next Tuesday night, because you're in for a treat, because we're going to show you how our most senior Crown Presidentials, Moses and Darlene Wilson, have been building a business on purpose and still building for past 36 years. So thanks for joining us. Let's get into action, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Good night, everyone.